Shabby Chic envelopes. I love them. They're not hard. I'm going to take you through the step-by-step process on how you too can make yours. And inside, we find that they have that wonderful crinkly sound that we truly love. We also have a lightly decorated journaling page. You could use this as a card. You could pop it into a junk journal, into a pocket, or paper clip it onto a page. I hope you decide to join me. Let's start. Here are a few things that you'll need for your project today. Some tissue paper strips. Now, whether you use brand new tissue paper that you have cut into strips, or you could use some pattern paper if you wish. You'll want some tracing paper. I have decided to coffee dye mine. You could use a few digitals, or you could use some paper pad paper. This is the paper pad that I got that page out of, and it's this one right here. If you use paper pad paper, you might want to grab yourself another type of paper. I've chosen coffee dyed copyweight paper to go with my paper pad paper. The first thing that we'll want to do is we need to decide how large of an envelope do we need. I've taken my paper pad paper and I have cut it down. So now it is 10.5 inches by 6 inches. But you can make a large envelope if you want, or you can even make a smaller one. Let's take our papers and let's fold them. So I'm going to fold this up approximately 3.5 inches and give it a crease. And then I'm going to fold it down about 2.5 inches and give that a crease. I have 2 envelopes made now. Well, they're not quite envelopes yet, but this is my digital paper and this is my paper pad paper. Let's open these up, and this is when we want to bring in our tracing paper. To get that crinkly sound, you'll want to take some wet glue, and you'll want to add it around the edge of your folded piece. Along the fold, down the side, on the fold again, and all the way around. Do not add any glue in the center. And lay your page on top and press down. Now, I am not going to fold this until it dries, so I'll set this aside. I'll be doing the same thing to my digital page. Glue around the edge and at the fold again, and add my tracing paper right on top. While you're waiting for your glue to dry, you could trim around the edge. As you see in my example, I have sewn around the edge of my envelope. You don't have to sew around the edge of your envelope. So when we make ours today, I chose to sew around the digital paper, but I will not be sewing around the paper pad paper. Sewing is just another layer that's added to your project. So now, what do I need to do? I need to ink these up. I'll be using my gathered twigs. I've inked everything up, so now it's time to go ahead and fold on our pre-folded areas. So the fold that's not as deep is the top of your envelope, and the larger fold is the bottom of your envelope. Let's make our paper that goes inside of our envelope now. For my paper pad paper, I'm going to use coffee dyed paper. Using my envelope as a template, I'm going to measure that it's 4 1/4 inches long. we want our page to fit easily into our envelope. And I want to make sure that it's going to fit in. Perfect. And then I'll just fold this over, give it a crease. Now I'm going to need to trim a little bit of this off. Now it's going to give me space to be able to decorate, but we don't need it this long. And once again, I want to make it shorter so it will go into the envelope easily. Let's check. That will fit perfectly inside. And this turned out to be 5 inches by 10 inches. Now, I'd like to still fold this flap over just a little bit, and I'll need to glue that down and ink up all the edges as well as the fold. But before I do that, let's pick out some paper for our other envelope. I think this paper might be lovely. So now both of our writing papers are ready. I have made tissue paper ruffles, but on the envelope that's not sewn, we'll go ahead and do the gathering method. It will look a little different, but I think it'll still give it that same effect. I've decided to try it another way. Yeah, I'm just giving it a little crease. Making some little pleats. This is if you don't have a sewing machine. I tried it with the scrunching method. It didn't work very well. It came out kind of short, but this way, I think, at least my idea, is to just glue it down like this so that it will be pleated. Yeah, that looks much better. So it'll take me just a few minutes to make my pleats. It will definitely be well worth it, spending the time to do this. I don't know if I might as well go all the way to the end. Now with them pleated, I'm going to add my glue all the way across. And I need to turn this over, because the shiny side's the other side, and I'm going to lay this in my glue, and this is where I'm going to try to get my tissue paper spaced evenly so I get enough of a ruffle to stick out. Oh yeah, that's much better. That's what I was looking for. Now I can press it down. There we go. My goodness, that took me a little bit of time to get to there, but I figured it out. You need to pleat your strip first and then glue it down pre-pleated. Yeah, that's how we can do that. Okay, now if you sewed your strip on your machine, all you'll need to do is to glue it in place. And when you do, I'm gluing it underneath is how I'm doing mine. And when you do, you want to try to get as much of the tissue paper even when it comes down. You don't want one too high up. You want to try to get it even. And that's why I ended up having to do it this way so that it was more even. So I'm going to get this one glued down. To turn it to the side so I can kind of see where I'm at here. And check to make sure it's even. And then of course you'll just trim off the edge. We have our ruffles attached to our flap of our envelope. I went ahead and I sewed this envelope closed. And we want to make sure that our journaling sheet will fit in there nicely. And it does. So now we need to glue this one closed. So I'm just going to use my glue. And then we'll need to check to make sure this slides in easily. And it does. Taking our 2 pieces that we made, and you will need another pleated piece for the one that goes in the envelope that's not sewn, and then a sewn ruffle for the one that goes into our sewn envelope. I'm going to glue them on the shorter flap right here. A paper clip to hold this one in place. And then I'm just going to lift this up and stick it in that glue, but I'm going to really try to keep a even amount that's over the edge and as straight as I possibly can, and then press down. Now we're ready to further decorate our little envelopes. I have a dish, and I have some small hearts, and I have some long type of labels. Let's pick out a few. And then let's get some of our hearts that go with it. Let's see. Ooh, that one's pretty with that. Let's get these glued into place. You can close them with a tiny paper clip. Oh, I think they're so sweet together. Or maybe you'd like to use some sari silk. Whether you choose to sew your envelopes or leave them plain, they'll turn out gorgeous. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.